So we all know the official UFC 5 reveal trailer came out yesterday, and a lot of people done reactions to it and had their opinions on it. But I wanted to really look and deep dive into this and watch everything. Now, this video can be long or it can be a bit longer, you know what I mean? But basically what I'm saying, guys, is I'm going to be pausing it, and I know this is CGI, but I'm still gonna pay attention to it, man. I'm still gonna give my personal opinion and things that I see, you know, obviously things that are changes and stuff like that going into UFC 5. But check this out. Before we do, I gotta run this ad for y'all, man. And everybody gonna get it. So there ain't no if you get it, you get it, you don't, you don't. If you know that saying about me, then you've been watching me for a minute. But hey, here you go. Want to make some easy money staking on some of the best UFC 4 players in the world? Don't worry. I got you, bro. I'm finna put y'all on real quick. From Madden, 2K, Rocket League, and of course, EA Sports UFC 4. And look at this, bro. With over $10 million in total payouts. What are you waiting on? Let's make this money, bro. You can even see the top stakers, monthly, all-time, and also weekly. Look at Story. He made over $7,000 in a week. And like I said, some of the best. We got here Suave Jamie versus Trixie. And you see the odds, 73% on the win percentage for Jamie. And let's look how much has Jamie made people. Over $22,000 Jamie has made people. 11-4 record. Trixie, he made people $10,000. And also he has a 6-4 record. Watch their fights live in real time. Mink, mink, mink. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Sleep. Now that y'all know about 1v1, be sure to download the app on your tablet or smartphone. Link is in the description below. And when you sign up, be sure to use promo code Pryoxis for $10 added to your first stake. All right, man. So welcome back. And remember, bro, promo code Pryoxis and you spend bread, I get bread too. Respectfully. So here we go. Now, some things, you know, the walkout, I'd assume this is like a cinematic, really cinematic walkout, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the camera angle isn't the same or stuff like that. But I think this walkout here is not nothing that's too crazy CGI. Okay, now as you can see here, I'm not going to assume who's who and stuff like that, but you can see this. I'm trying to look and see what I see, but there's not too much to see here. You see your opponent preparing an octagon. You can see a crowd. Something I did notice that the crowd is much more detailed in this game. Okay, and obviously we do know UFC 5 here. Also, the Prime bottles are here. There's no longer Reebok. It's Venom now. As you can see here, they got the ESPN Plus. Okay. And this is what I'm talking about. This detailed crowd is crazy. And I hope there's some way where, like, between the rounds, like the camera, you know how in the UFC, like between rounds and stuff like that, they'll be showing like fans, or they'll maybe show a specific fighter in a stand and stuff like that. I hope you can possibly do that in this game, because this crowd looks amazing. And we've seen this already. Now this is what we want to look at, right? The spinning back kick seen here, it looks clean. I don't think that's crazy CGI. I think that's something that's going to definitely be in the game. And I want to slow it down a little bit, because I want you guys to see basically both of their punches and their kicks and see how the animation plays out. I will pause it. Mute it so you guys don't have to hear that. Okay, so if you pay attention, okay, at 40, we'll go back a little bit. Does she throw a jab, switch stance into another jab? So she throws the spinning back kick. Okay, kind of. It was kind of, but she really didn't switch stance. But okay. Now this is what I wanted you guys to see. I don't think nobody said nothing about it. Watch this. Look at the redness on the leg. Nobody said nothing about that. That low kick was clean, by the way. But look at this redness on Amanda Nunes's leg. I seen it the first time I watched the trailer. And here goes the left hook. It does miss. But watch this right hand Amanda Nunes throws. By the way, look at the character model, and also the trunks seem a little bit different than what they are in real life. Oh, okay, that was a body shot. It was a nice little body shot. It was like that wasn't like an official uppercut. You can tell that is much different from what it is in UFC 4 if this is the animation, right? So watch this hook. It's like a hook uppercut. Boom, look at it. So it's like a shovel, right? And then she throws a jab, which is clean. This hand does stay here. Okay. Now, this is something else I noticed. Notice how Amanda Nunes walks forward and moves her head. Now, I'm not sure what that's going to be like in game or if that's just more CGI, but that was clean how she moves her head. Now, this right hand that she throws was pure Amanda Nunes. And you can see the animation was extremely exaggerated when she got hit. I'm not sure, again, if this is CGI or not, but Amanda Nunes was kind of exaggerated too, how deep she went into falling after she landed that right hand. Like, watch this right hand. Look at that. Watch this. Like she cracked her. Maybe there's power variations or something, but she cracked her, right? Now look at this kick. That was clean. Now, they did cut. They did a cut between her starting the kick animation and then her landing the kick. They did a cut. But let's look back at her throwing the actual kick. It was actually clean. Now watch this kick. Boom. Right? Which rocked her. And this is Conor McGregor. Look at the jab that he throws against Chandler. It was actually really clean. Watch this jab. Boom. And then look at the left hand. Conor McGregor extremely overextends himself. Conor McGregor ducks. He even has the hands behind his back. If you guys, I bet you didn't notice that. He has the hands behind his back. Now, this is something that I noticed right off the bat is once Chandler ducked, he was able to springboard and shoot this double leg. Not springboard, it was spring forward and shoot this double leg, right? Now, they did cut, and it went into him basically picking Conor McGregor up. But in UFC 4, you could not basically, it wasn't a smooth transition or a smooth animation for you to duck and shoot at the same time. But if you think about it, those animations kind of play out the same. If I'm looking to shoot, I'm probably going to duck. Obviously, if you're ducking, it's more upper body. But if you want to duck shoot, I'd say you can quickly flick your right stick, and then you'll crouch down, and then you can go ahead and shoot, and it'll chain the animations together. And I think that's something they got this right here, right? Now, he takes Conor down, double legs him, but he doesn't land. Now, this may be CGI, but he doesn't land in any position to hold against Conor. He actually slams him, and Conor just jumps right back up to the feet. So I'm wondering, is this something like where Conor McGregor basically denied it late or something like that, but he still got a slam takedown, right? Because obviously there's a new system with the grappling, but maybe he got like some type of takedown. Conor denied it late, and he still got the takedown, but he jumped right back up, right? As you can see here, Islam knocks Volk down with, it seems to be a punch, right? You look closely, boom. So it's a right hand dropped Volk. You can see the animation. Volk, he falls down, rolls over, and as he's getting up, Islam is immediately shooting. So that has to make you question, okay, so what exactly is going on here? And what can you do here? Is Islam able to, or is you able to shoot a takedown on an opponent trying to get back up to the feet? Because usually in UFC 4, your opponent, you have to wait for the animation to play out for them to jump back up to the feet and do anything, right? But he gets him down, he gets him against the cage, and you can notice as soon as they hit the cage, you can hear it, and you also can see it shake. But basically, look at this. This takedown I've never seen in an EA Sports UFC game. You can also see, I don't know if this is a cut or this is just blood, but this is cut, or this, I'd say a cut right here. Now, he gets this takedown, rolls him over, still has like a ghillie, right? That was one animation that they showed, right? Boom. He rolls him over, and then it goes straight into the armbar. So that tells you that, I don't know if you're going to be able to go from that straight to an armbar, but you'll probably be able to go from that to something else. Basically that takedown into something else. He goes armbar. Now notice here, this is a big thing. He had the armbar locked in basically. And maybe this is something where you're in the submission system and basically Volk was able to get out. And this is the animation that you get where he rolled over, right? Boom, rolls, gets a full guard basically, and then it goes from there to stacked. So maybe it went from there to full guard. Volk went from full guard to stacked. And now, also look at this. You can see it's showing in the TV up there. But now he goes here. He goes a punch. Also, look at this. I know I'm saying also a lot, but look. Islam actually was able to move his head on the ground here, which was clean. And it looked like he was kind of blocking a bit, but he got cracked with a shot. Now, obviously, we have Israel Adesanya, a really deep cut. Sweat effects, stuff like that. That cut is deep. Then we have Alex, right? Now, obviously, you can see that the doctor is checking on Alex due to his cuts. It looked like he's checking on this eye right here, as you can see here. He checks on this eye. Even though this side is all bloodied up, he's checking on this eye, and it's possibly because of this cut right here, right? As you can see, Herb Dean is waiting, and Israel Adesanya is also waiting in the back. Okay, and then you can see here, that was basically a possible doctor stoppage. He doesn't stop, so Herb Dean continues the match. Now, Izzy, let's look at the punches Izzy does land against Alex. Also, you can see the UFC flag, somebody waving it. That was okay, it was a left hand. So that was a left hand, but it cut. Here's the thing that will confuse some people, the cuts that they do. So it goes, watch, he lands this, and then it cuts to him landing this. So we don't know, this isn't a clean cut animation. He doesn't go from that hand to this hand because he started off in orthodox, from my understanding. Let's fact check ourselves. He started off in orthodox and landed that nice left hand, as you can see here. And then it cuts to him landing a hook in the southpaw stance. And then he comes back with again, that's a different type of animation with the uppercut. It wasn't like what UFC 4 uppercut looked like. And you see he lands it clean. And it looked like he landed it through the guard. Like, let's look at it. Yeah, look at this. He is guarding, but he lands it through the guard. And again, we don't know if it's CGI, but it's flying knee. Also, Bruce Buffer's right here. The flying knee lands. Now, he didn't land it and they sit in place, And also, let's see if when he grabs. So look at this. So Israel Adesanya grabs like the top of the head, and Alex is still blocking, right? He knees him, knocks him back to the cage. Now Izzy throws a looping right hand. I mean looping. Hits the block. Boom. And Alex immediately follows up with his signature left hook. Now, is that something saying that you can still land those counter shots? Basically, if your opponent throws a hook on your right side, or let's just say your lead side, and you follow up with your own hook really quickly, it's actually an in-game counter, but it's very hard to do. But that's what Alex just did to Izzy. Now, see here, Izzy weaves back the kick. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I've never had troubles with leaning back on kicks. I lean back on kicks all the time, especially on people with like Adesanya. But he leans back. Now they cut. Here's the thing, they didn't show. I wish they would have shown you able to counter immediately after swaying back. Not like but like he swayed back, and if Alex is still out of position with the kick, he's able to land something, or maybe Alex can still block or something. But they do cut to him basically landing the right hand. So it makes it look like, oh, he made a miss with the kick and he made him pay. But that's not what happened. They cut. So something between there happened, right? But he lands a nice, I believe that is a right hand, maybe a left hand. Yeah, that's a right hand. Right hand. It was like, look at the animation, like the hook. Now, this is what I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys seen, but nobody paid attention to. The blood spray after he got hit with the right hand. And then you notice the animation. Like, can you guys tell me what fighter dropped back just like this when they got knocked down versus Israel Adesanya? And what did Israel Adesanya the same way he ran? If you said Robert Whittaker, you're correct. But as you can see here, maybe this is a new ground and pound system where, boom, Izzy throws a hammer fist. Izzy throws a straight strike. And then Izzy throws an elbow that just disgusting, right? Just disgusting, and puts him to sleep. And then Herb Dean runs out, pushes Izzy off. And you can see Alex sleep. And then boom. This would basically mean, I would assume, post-fight celebrations are still a thing. And maybe it is character specific, maybe, that if you knock out a certain fighter, that animation will play out, right? And then we got the UFC 5 thing come up, and then I believe it's the John Jones things next, right? And this is John Jones doing his entrance, his signature entrance, of course. Boom. But I think John Jones does this before he walks in the cage. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But doesn't John Jones do this before he walks in the cage? If I'm wrong, please correct me. But you can see John Jones looks up, right? He looks up at his opponent. And this is something that, again, I peeped from Boxing Fanatico's video. John Jones is looking up at his opponent. And it's like, who's he looking at? And this was supposed to be the secret, that it was Fedor being in the game, but we all kind of desensitized because we already knew. We already knew Fedor was in the game, right? But boom, that's John Jones looking at Fedor, and this is Fedor prime, right? Touch gloves, and boom, that was basically it. Now, I do know, I've seen on Twitter, somebody spotted out Hasbulla, which is crazy. But I personally can't wait, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this here and you've seen some things, and you kind of like, okay, what UFC 5 talking about when it comes to the animations. But Muhammad Ali, of course, Mike Tyson. Now, here's my question. Wait, look at Mike Tyson gloves. Look at Mike Tyson gloves and Ali's. I don't know if Ali's thumbs are out, but Mike Tyson, am I tripping? Is his thumbs out? These kind of look like boxing gloves, but they still look like MMA gloves. Maybe they have these fighters wearing these where it still looks like, they have on MMA gloves, but it looks really close to boxing. I didn't notice this, but I see it in Mike Tyson. I see his thumbs out. Who knows? I guess we'll have to find out once they, show more of the game, or we play it ourselves. But that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a deeper dive into UFC 5. And I can't wait. And I know you can't wait as well. But I'm going to get out of here, man. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. And you do the same, all right? Love you. See you.